Today we are going to discuss sustainability and mining. So many people wonder whether the mining is something which is very new or the concept of sustainability around mining is new. So I'll take you to the Rig Veda. In Rig Veda, there is a story of warrior queen Vishpala. Literal meaning of Vishpala is Vish is settlement and Pala is protector. So Vishpala was married to King Khela. And once upon a time, there was attack from enemy country to kingdom of Khela. And Vishpala also came to the battlefield. The story says that the way she was fighting in the battlefield, it reminded everyone as if Goddess Chamunda is in the battle war. And soldiers of enemy country realize that unless she is removed from the battlefield, they are not going to win the war. So they chopped off the legs of Vishpala. And Rigved says that Charitram hi vaivam achhedi parnam aja khelasya pritakyam Sadhya jangam aesim Vishpalai dhane hite sartave prati adhatam. She came to the camp from the battlefield, worshipped horse-headed god Ashwin Kumar, and Ashwin Kumar gave legs made of metal. And next day she was again in the warfield and ensured victory of her husband and the kingdom. So there are many takeaways from this story. That metal was there at that point of time, that Ashwin Kumar gave the metal legs. And this is the first documented evidence of prosthesis. She was trained in martial arts. So all those discussions what we do, that student-centric education, teacher-centric education, constructive education, collaborative education, that was there. She was a person with disability, but no one doubted her ability when she came to the warfield. And she fought. She was in the male-dominated area, battling in the war. And no one told her that you are a lady, you are a female, you can't participate. So if you relate with today's SDGs, it very well relates to SDG 3, 4, 5. Well-being, quality education, and gender equality. And it's again in the mindset. In today's time also, when we meet a couple, we introduce, he is so-and-so, working for so-and-so company. She is his better half, and she is a housewife. But if for any reason, the husband is not working, will you be introducing that she is so-and-so, working for so-and-so company, and he is the house husband? We don't do, because we know that male ego will be hurt. In other perspective, अगर पुरुष घर छोड़ दे तो योगी हो जाए, सन्यासी हो जाए, बुद्ध हो जाए. अगर स्त्री घर छोड़े तो. So there are mindset issues, but of late, many companies have taken initiatives and they have taken target that the female participation in the workforce will be close to 25, or person with disability, their employment participation will also go up. However, it is close to 2 to 3% in most of the companies. And the talks are going on for power of 49 or power of 50, depending upon the female-male ratio. Yajurveda also, chapter 36, mantra 18, has a very famous mantra. And it says that mitrasyahum chakshusa sarvani bhutani samikshe mitrasya chakshusam samikshamahe. It means that everyone should look at me in a friendly way, and I should look at everyone in a friendly way. But if you look at most of the mining destination in the world, you will see a pocket of wealth, but surrounded by the community which are still struggling or looking for a better way of life. And there's a famous report, famous book or article named Rich Land, Poor People. And it has been written across all the mining destinations in the world. In India also you will find the same book if you Google it. But of late, District Mineral Foundation 2% of CSR that has been introduced, and we see a greater positive development in the quality of life of the community. The compassion part is again with the wildlife. So when you do mining, you do devastate the area, and then you impact the biodiversity of that area. So there are many definitions of biodiversity. It is the variability, the interrelationship between the different species, within the species, the ecosystem. But if you ask me the best definition of biodiversity, it is in Bhagavad Gita. Dasamadhyaya Vibhuti Yog, Bhagavan Krishna says to Arjun that Asvatahas Vrikshanam Devarsinam cha Narada Sarpanam Vasuki Eravatam Gajendranam. Bhagavan Krishna says that I am in all the species, and I feel that this is by far the best definition of biodiversity when God himself is telling that I am in each and every species. And if you see in between, the focus has not been given, but recent times SBTN has come, science-based target for nature, and recently TNFD has also been introduced, Task Force for Nature-Related Disclosures, and Kunming-Montreal Protocol, where Global Biodiversity Framework is being talked about. Countries have agreed that by 2030, 30% of the areas will be protected. And Article 51 AG, Indian Constitution, it says, it reminds people of India that it is the duty of every citizen to protect and improve the environment, including lake, forest, and wildlife, and compassion for all living creatures. So what Yajurveda 36 chapters, mantra 18 said, it was reverberated in Article 51 AG of Constitution of India. Yajurveda chapter 40 also Isvasya Upanishad, and there the mantra is Ten takten bhunjita ma gridha kasvidhanam. Ten takten bhunjita means whatever you are consuming, you should consume with renunciation. And that touches in today's SDG 17 goals, responsible consumption, SDG 12. Magridha, don't hoard. Resource stewardship, what we talk about in today's time. And kasvidhanam, whose money it is, whose wealth it is not yours. It is for the future generation. So what we talk about intergenerational equity, it was much more enunciated in Isvasya Upanishad or Yajurveda chapter 40. And there is also a story that once upon a time, a truck carrying sacks of grains got breakdown. The driver unloaded on the road and went for repairing his vehicle. A bird came, ate whatever she could. Then a goat came, ate whatever she could. A cow came, ate whatever she could. Then a human being came. He observed the number of sacks, assessed it, went back home, got a vehicle and took everything. So this is the attitude of a human being. Sanchay or Sangrah, 7 पुस्तों तक हम जमा करना चाहते हैं. But all those people, those who are sitting here, if you have observed Shraddh in your Pratipaksh, after great-grandfather from the mother's side and the father's side, you probably had looked into the family diary. You would not have remembered. Then 7 generations. So what for you are accumulating? And Kasvidhanam, intergenerational equity. So sustainability in recent times got much more discussions with Society of Jesuits in 1970s. Club of Rome, famous report, Limits to Growth. 76 famous debate of poverty and environment, and 1987 the Brundtland Commission by the then PM of Norway, Brundtland, when she came with a report, Our Common Future, and defined intergenerational equity. But it was much before in Yajurved chapter 40. So we have touched upon Rigved and Yajurved, so let me take you to Atharved. Atharved, there is a very famous Bhumi Sukta. Freedom fighters used to refer it as a Matri Bhumi Sukta. Environmentalists refer it as a Prithvi Sukta or Bhumi Sukta. And it defines mining how it should be done. It says, Yate bhume vikhnami chipram tadapi rohotu, mate marmam vimagvari mate hirdam arpimam. Means, O Mother Earth, whenever I dig, it should be replenished as fast as possible. And by doing so, I should not disturb the core of your heart. This was there in Atharved, but somehow again we lost. In 1986-87, there was a lot of noise on mining of limestone in Doon Valley. Supreme Court made it mandatory in 1988 that all mining should be done as per the mining plan. And then 2005 onwards, progressive mine closure plan and mine closure plan came. And that defines that how your mine should look when the mining is closed. And you all remember that mining is known by the legacy what it is leave behind. And that's why most of the mining companies, they started defining the different words which are being used interchangeably. Reclamation, rehabilitation, restoration. In majority of the destination in the mining across the world, these terms are very clearly defined. However, in India, government authorities are working to have a clear-cut definition of these three terms. But miners have taken their own initiative of progressively doing the reclamation and rehabilitation of the mining area. Water is also one very important aspect, and for the mining, water interacts with mining at three different times. One, when you are doing exploration to assess how much ore is below the earth. Then when you are doing the mining, then you also intersect the groundwater table. That impacts the nearby wells and water bodies. It also a safety challenge. Those who have seen Kala Patthar based on mine accident of Chasnala or Mission Raniganj, incident of Mahavir Colliery, would have seen the impact of water in mine incidents. And that's why underground mining, it has its own challenges. In open cast mining, it also impacts slope stability and others. But after the mining is over, water is very important for community, and many of the mining companies, they are serving the nearby community with the water they store in the mine. And you will be happy to note that Chennai also meets a lot of its water requirement through the old mine quarries around the Chennai city. And again, Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, Shlok 8, Bhagavan Krishna says, Rasoham apsu kaunteya prabhasmi sashishuryo. Means, Jal mein main ras hu. Bhagavan Krishna says that whatever essence of water is there, it is He. So sustainability is simple. If you want to look the solutions inward, it is very simple. But if you don't want to do and look for solutions outward, it is very complex. In words of Ahmed Faraz, कि शिकवाए जुल्मते शब से कहीं बेहतर है अपने हिस्से की कोई शमा जलाते जाते. Thank you.